the Triton Poker Super High Roller Series. One of the biggest tournaments of the year. A $200,000 buy-in, a price tag that ensures only the elite sit at the table. The best players alive, legends who have spent decades mastering every strategy, calculating every move, reading every opponent. They all know the odds. They know the math. They've seen it all. And yet, none of them can figure him out. A man they call Gambledore. An outsider. No history in the game, no track record. Just 2 weeks ago, he claimed he didn't even know how to play poker. And now, he's running through the best players in the world. He shoves all in with nothing. They hesitate. They fold. He makes moves that no professional would ever dare attempt. But somehow, they work. Again and again and again. At a press conference, a reporter finally asked the question on everyone's mind. Do you even know how to play poker? He smirks. I don't know how to play poker at all. Maybe he's telling the truth. Or maybe he's the only one who actually understands the game. Before the poker world feared him, Gambledore, or Vladimir Korzinin, was just another man at a forgotten town called Narva in Estonia. A quiet industrial city on the Russian border, known more for its cold winters and Soviet-era buildings than for producing poker legends. Unlike most poker legends, Korzinin didn't grow up in underground casinos. He wasn't a card shark. He wasn't even a gambler. His obsession was numbers. By his mid-20s, Korzinin had built something that very few people could understand: trading systems. He didn't believe in luck. He believed in patterns. He spent years creating algorithms designed to predict the unpredictable, a skill that would later make him unstoppable at the poker table. But there was one problem. No matter how advanced his models were, no matter how much data he processed, the market never followed the rules. Because it wasn't numbers that controlled the market. It was people, fear, greed, impulse, emotion. And if he wanted to beat the system, he needed to understand the one thing numbers could never predict, and that's when he found poker. Because poker isn't about cards, it's about people. At first, nobody noticed him. Just another guy looking for a game. But Vladimir Korzinin wasn't here to gamble. He was here to study. For him, poker wasn't about cards. It wasn't even about math. It was about people. And for someone like Korzinin, that made it predictable. He started noticing things others didn't, how a tiny movement, a glance, a hesitation meant more than the cards themselves. He didn't need the best hand. He just needed them to think he did.
There's your answer. Vladimir, with top pair as he thoughtfully strokes the beard. And just rips. Ton. With the snap fold.
This was the moment he realized this wasn't just a game of luck, it was a game of control, and he had all of it. Within a few years, he wasn't playing in back rooms anymore. He was sitting across from millionaires, world champions, and poker legends, and they had no idea what was coming.
Absolute highest stakes against the best players alive today.
By the time they figured it out, it was already too late. By now, he wasn't just another player. He had a reputation. He had a name. And it wasn't Vladimir Korzinin anymore.
This is effectively for the tournament. Oh, and the club finds the river. Gambledore has emerged victorious as Aussie looks stunned.
I can't believe he's done it.
Is he just walking off?
Freedom.
Some called him reckless. Some called him a genius. But one thing was certain. He was completely unpredictable, and in poker, that made him terrifying.
Do you think this is like an Elf of the Month promo or something where you get to come to Monte Carlo if like you made the most toys? You know, I'm just trying to understand.
It's like Employee of the Month.
Right, because like this is...
The biggest names in poker were there, the best of the best, but none of them had ever faced someone like Korzinin.
They're going to take their chances against the sixes. Kenny, relieved to be in front, of course. To the flop we go, and it's 2 clubs on board. This is sweaty. Sixes, puckering. A dog with 2 to come. And now back to a favorite. King, queen, club, all spoils the party, and there's the club. Which comes down.
He just bluffed one of the best players in the world with the worst hand in the game.
Ton with the snap fold.
And Gambledore.
This was the moment the poker world realized they weren't playing the same game as him. Everyone knew his name. Everyone feared sitting across from him, but not because he was the best player in the world, because nobody could figure out how he played. Korzinin didn't play by the rules. He made decisions that no professional would ever make, and yet they kept working.
How are you feeling on this one, Santa? I don't have percentage, I only have 100%.
100%, okay.
He's called this shot before. Here comes the turn. It is the 8 of hearts, and now all of a sudden the pendulum swings heavily back in favor of Vladimir. Can Greenwood keep his seat? No.
That's the thing about Gambledore. He didn't need better cards. He just needed to make you believe he had them. And by the time they realized it, it was already too late.
He cannot.
Gambledore eliminates yet another player, wins a massive pot, and now has over 40% of the chips in play.
And that's the problem. Some say he cracked the code, that he's found a way to beat the game without ever needing the best hand. Others say he's just running hot, that one day the math will catch up to him. One poker expert said that his style is brilliant, but it's also dangerous. You can't keep playing like this forever. The moment people stop fearing him, the moment they start calling him down, it's over.
Is he just walking off?
Freedom.
Is this the beginning or the end? Or just another move in a game that only he understands? For now, one thing is certain. Whether he's a genius or just lucky, the poker world will never forget the name Gambledore.